When it comes to the history of the paranormal, there really is only two names that need to be mentioned when it comes to the birthplace of paranormal investigation, that of the Warrens. The Warrens were an American paranormal investigator couple and authors associated with prominent cases of alleged hauntings. Edward was self-taught and self-professed demonologist. Author and lecturer Lorraine professed to be clairvoyant and a light trance medium who worked closely with her husband. In 1952 they founded the New England Society for Psychic Research, the oldest ghost hunting group in New England. They wrote many books about the paranormal and their private investigations of various reports of paranormal activity, claiming to have investigated well over 10,000 cases during their career. The Warrens were the first to investigate the famous Amityville haunting. In their investigations, the Warrens claimed to use doctors, police, nurses and members of the clergy in their investigations. Stories of ghost hauntings became popularised by the Warrens when they'd either had their stories adapted or inspired dozens of films, including the Amityville Horror and the Conjuring universe, to name a few. Skeptics Perry DeAngelis and Stephen Novella investigated the Warrens' evidence and described it as balmy, and concluded that the better-known hauntings, namely Amityville and the Stendaker family haunting, didn't happen and had been invented. In 1968, two roommates claimed their Raggedy Ann doll was possessed by the spirit of a young girl named Annabelle Higgins. The Warrens took the doll, saying it had been manipulated by an inhuman presence, and put it on display in their occult museum. The legend of the doll inspired several films. In 1971, the Warrens claimed that the Harrisville, Rhode Island home of the Perron family was haunted by a witch who had lived there in the early 19th century. According to the Warrens, Bethesda Sherman cursed the land, so whoever lived there died a terrible death, the subject for the 2013 film The Conjuring. Lorraine Warren even played a cameo part in the filming as well as a consulting role. In 1975, the Warrens were best known for their involvement in the Amityville Horror, in which a New York couple, George and Katie Lutz, claimed that their house had been haunted by a violent demonic presence, so bad it drove them from their house. Amityville conspiracy theorists said it was a hoax. In her defence, Lorraine Warren said that it was not a hoax. This also became a well-known film. In 1977, the Warrens investigated claims that a family in the North London suburb of Enfield was haunted by poltergeist activity. Again, many dismissed the incident as a hoax carried out by attention-hungry children. The Warrens, however, were convinced it was a case of demonic possession. This also became a well-known film. In 1981, Arne Shaney Johnson was accused of killing his landlord, Alan Bono. The Warrens had been called prior to the killing to deal with alleged demonic possession of the younger brother of the Johnsons' fiancée. They claimed that Johnson was also possessed, and at trial Johnson attempted to plead not guilty by reason of demonic possession, but he was unsuccessful in his plea. In 1986, the Warrens arrived and proclaimed the Stendaker House, a former funeral home, to be infested with demons. The case was featured in the book In a Dark Place, the story of a true haunting. Again, this became another film based on the Warrens' version of events. It was later called into question as the family involved had seen some serious problems with alcoholism and drug addiction and could not keep their story straight. Warren died on August 23, 2006. Lorraine died on April 18, 2019. They are both buried in Stepney Cemetery in Monroe, Connecticut. The Warrens had a daughter born 11th January 1946. Her name was Judy, and she currently owns the Occult Museum along with her husband. Sadly now though, the museum is closed. The Warrens were devout Catholics who said that those without faith would attract demonic forces, and it was with their obsession and dedication to the paranormal that their story has inspired so many more paranormal investigators to this day. And it's with all of that said that hopefully a video like this, their story will never be forgotten.